let me just say this, right? You know, they scared, but I'm not. If I'm not mistaken, didn't D Wade said him and LeBron hasn't spoken since he left Miami?
They were on Cleveland together after that.
Okay, what that mean? Luke, you think Luke and LeBron talk right now?
No.
Right.
Okay, but go ahead, because Luke and LeBron are not D Wade and LeBron.
No. Let me make my point. Let me just say this, man. We use that word friend loosely. Y'all are my friends. I love talking to y'all. Y'all think LeBron talks to Anthony Davis right now? His best friend was Chris Paul, right? Has he ever gotten him on one of his teams? Y'all think LeBron talks to Kyrie? We keep using this word friend. We keep throwing, listen, bro. That man is smart enough to see opportunities, take advantage of them. That's why I call him Thanos. D Wade, y'all think LeBron, when last time y'all think LeBron spoke to what's your man that was over there? Chris Bosh. Bro, listen. At the end of the day, D Wade was criticizing that nigga, and he couldn't handle it, and mentally it fucked him up. That's what happened. And they got their ass kicked. I think they overestimated themselves and underestimated that Dallas team for D Wade to say there were a lot of mismatches. No, it wasn't. They had some great defenders on that team. What was the mismatch? Yeah, you and LeBron is probably the best players on the floor, but Dirk ain't that far behind y'all at that time. They had great defenders. They had a great coach. They had a great scheme. So, for me, listen, man, has LeBron been on Draymond Green's platform yet, Flea? That man couldn't take criticism from D Wade. He needed D Wade to win championships. If LeBron doesn't go to Miami, he is not considered the GOAT. Sorry. And Miami, Pat Riley, Spo, D Wade, they are trying to leave them out of that history. When LeBron is brought up as the GOAT, a big responsibility to that is Dwayne Wade, Pat Riley, and Eric Spoelstra. So for me, listen, man, he's almost out the door. Can't wait. I don't drink. I'm popping a bottle when he retires. I'm doing my own celebration. Mind your business, Fleet, please. Why I alluded to all that is, haven't I said Brunson and Cat aren't friends? So,
but see that.
How many niggas you think that are teammates that one are friends? Let me ask you that.
Right.
How many niggas you think that one at a high level, a duo that was actually friends?
Now watch this. Fabian didn't let me finish my point. He cuts me off as always. I never do that.
Now you're going to blame Fabian. All right.
Because I was going to make a point. I was going to say that.
He can't blame the Wi-Fi today. He can't blame his Wi-Fi today. So it was Fabian. I got the bad Wi-Fi.
Flea, what I was going to say was, God, cut off all day. What I was going to say was, you don't have to be friends, but you have to have some type of respect for one another. Yeah, Flea, a lot of these players, these duos, these teammates aren't friends, but they respect each other. I don't think Brunson respects Cat enough. And to me, that's the big difference. Okay, I ain't asked you to be friends, but at least respect each other's skill set to try to have one common goal, and that's to win a championship. And I think that is the difference. And that's the point I was trying to make. A lot of these guys ain't friends, but LeBron had to respect D Wade. Had to. You ain't had no choice. You had to respect Kyrie. Play was going to make you respect him. You had to respect Anthony Davis. No matter how we feel about him at that time, best two-way player in the game. I'm saying.
Why? No, I say right there. Why did he have to respect them?
Why did LeBron have to respect those guys?
Yeah.
Because, goddamn it, they some great players.
I could do you one better. Because if you don't work this out, they're not going to blame them. You're going to be blamed for the loss. So, Brunson, if you don't get this together with Cat, you're going to be blamed for the loss, as it should be. You're the face of the organization. You have to look at this D-Wade interview. Flea, you can't tell me that I'm glazing Brunson all the time and I can't give him the blame for being the face. You can't get the credit all the time and not get the blame for this. What's the problem with that?
But that's the problem, because that's not going to be the truth. It will be surprising if we get to the end of the season and let's say we don't win, right? The blame is not, the brunt of the blame is not going to go on Jalen Brunson. At all. Jalen Brunson is the beautiful blonde, the beautiful blonde that walks around and everybody loves her, right? It's not going to happen because they're going to immediately go at Cat, immediately go at him. He had a great season his first season, and he didn't show up this year. Everybody figured out a way to play under Mike Brown, but him. Like all of that is going to go, all that smoke is going to go on him. When it should start going at Jalen Brunson. Our lack of success should start to be, directly connected to him. It can't be, because we successful because of him, and now we unsuccessful, and he has nothing to do with it. That's not. I don't think that's right, but that's what's going to happen. The back page of the paper is going to be nothing but Karl Anthony Towns shit the bed. Karl Anthony Towns wasn't great this year. That's all it's going to be. Nobody's going to hold Jalen Brunson accountable until he's no longer a Knick. When he's not a Knick, that's when it's going to be, oh yeah, well he didn't do this, he didn't do that, but we're going to love him while he's still in blue and orange.
And this is why I totally disagree with you, because everything you said makes sense up until this season. We did not go into any season with championship expectation.
Yeah, speak for yourself with that. Whether I'm wrong, whether y'all agree with me, right?
All the time.
Right. But until Fabian gets it, Flea, you're 100% correct. Fabian, that was a great segue, but I agree with Flea. Brunson is going to get no blame. Y'all got to remember that it's already set.
I disagree, because if LeBron doesn't win the second year, he will get flamed forever. If he don't win against OKC and doesn't figure it out, remember he was meditating before the game against the Boston Celtics. What was it, 45-15 that he had? If he doesn't do that he's going to get flamed. Skip Bayless is now primetime morning television. The LeBron hate train is on a roll. Brunson is starting to get that. It's not big time. It's not there yet. But even guys like us, AllBall started to criticize Brunson. I'm not there yet. But if we don't win and Cat doesn't have it together, you think I'm blaming Cat at this point? I said it from the beginning. Cat is a Cat. He is who he is. You brought him here. Your godfather brought him here. So now, no AllBall. Of course, everybody didn't have championship expectations like you. But for the most part, the media and everybody was choosing the Knicks to win this year. That didn't happen with the Knicks before. So now with championship expectations, they always point to the top dog. And they're always looking for a reason to go viral. That is the reason why we are on the internet. Because everybody going to keep it real. Let the other people blame everybody else. But us and the chat, we're all going to be here and be like, yeah, y'all are right. This shit starts with Jalen, bro. Point blank, period.
Yeah, you say that. But when we're talking about the masses, they're not going to feel like that. We're probably like one of the only platforms that we criticize everybody. It may take me a longer time to criticize Brunson, but I do it, right? But Flea's 100% correct. He is the darling. He's not going to get criticized, bro. The beginning, before the game even started, you had Jalen Rose, Shaq, big shout to them, Ernie, Chuck, and they talked about Cat, right? Having to be the guy. He's the one that's not having a great season and all his numbers is down. They didn't talk about the double-doubles, right? They didn't talk about him lately not committing all the dumb fouls and not being able to stay on the floor, right? So I get what you're saying. Yeah, you're going to hold Brunson accountable because you keep it thorough and you keep it real, and this is what we are. But everybody else is not going to hold Brunson accountable. We are already mind-fucked to say this is all on Cat. And sometimes it's deserving, but most of the time it's not. How many games? That's why I said I want us to watch how many games everybody else gets to shoot more than Karl Anthony Towns. It's getting out of control, bro. It's getting out of control, bro. But we're gonna see. The end of the season is here. Playoffs is about to be here. We got less than probably 20 games or so. So very soon we're about to see what all this is going to be about. I can't wait.
And to Flea's point, to end it with this, unless Flea can add on, LeBron didn't get to play villain until he took his talent to South Beach. Brunson has never played the villain.
You can't compare the level of hate or whatever. I'm sorry, Flea. Remember Brunson's second round draft pick, people never thought he's gonna be this good. Remember, man, LeBron, you know, the king, the chosen one, like that hate was already built in from high school. So, you know, to kind of compare that is kind of wrong. It's unfair to Brunson and to LeBron.
No, I'm saying that LeBron didn't get the real hate until he went to Miami, and Brunson has never been hated on. So it's hard for everybody to turn on him when there's nothing to turn on him about. He's not giving anyone anything to, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard for him for everybody else to criticize him.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.